In a world of remakes and remasters,
Are we playing for
what was once sacred and cool has now soured and become lame.
Red?
Gone are the days of Pops and Cowabunga. Now is the reign of slurp juice and dabs. Kids these days don't even know how bad they've got it. Now it's up to the best generation to rise to the occasion and make a show that dares to go where a lot of other nerdy shows have already gone quite a bit. That's right. They're going to talk about it a lot.
Hello and welcome to the show, everyone. This is Best Gen, where nerds complain about nerdy things. It's called Best Gen because we all happen to be from the same gen, and we think that it is just the best of all the gens. Not because we as people are better than you, but because our entertainment was. So strap on in, sit on, lean on back, and prepare to wax nostalgic as we reminisce upon the days of yore whilst complaining about the garbo that drips out them Hollywood pipes right now. How's everybody doing? Thanks
doing
for joining
great.
us. Shout out to Mark Clark in the audience, our channel member, who's awesome. And anyone else who's watching right now, we thank you for choosing tonight. Choosing Best Gen as your form of entertainment this is Sunday evening. Shout out to my brother who's on time for the first time ever.
Hey,
And,
now.
shout out to all my other guests who are late. But some of them will be on later. They've already texted me. So Jared's still driving home, right?
Yes.
Jared was in Utah. He didn't even say hi to me. Of course, he was in Utah when I was not in Utah.
That would have made it hard.
It's weird. We swapped. I went to California and he came here.
Who'd have thunk?
Yeah.
Yeah, but he came over for the week. We were supposed to go down to his family cabin, and they hit a deer on the way, and so they messed up their car pretty good. Had to get that looked at, and then the day we were going to actually go down to the cabin, my kids started vomiting. So that was lots of fun. We never made it down to the cabin, and then the sickness went through all the members of the family. It was quite the thing.
Yeah, that was us, but on vacation in California. Like we started the road trip and they started throwing up.
Yeah.
It was great. It was so great. Have I told
It's
you how
so fun to be sick on vacation.
Have I told you how great our vacation was? No, it was fun. It was still fun for the kids. It was actually great because we took it slow going there. So we stopped. We stayed a night in Vegas, and then and then did Legoland like 3 days later. So like Elliot had time to be sick and then go to Legoland, and then the girls got sick driving back.
Yep.
It sucked. Yeah. We decided to spend money on Legoland instead of giving our money to the kitty fiddlers at Disney. So
yeah, it's a shame. I never got to go to Galaxy's Edge. I wanted to go, and now I'm not going.
Yeah,
not gonna go.
Poor hotel's been shut down.
Yeah.
Well, that wasn't Galaxy. What was the hotel's called? The Galaxy Cruiser.
Something like Galactic Cruiser.
Galactic Starboy Cruiser.
Yep.
Yeah, that sounded not interesting.
They put all their eggs in one basket and went full on with the sequel trilogy. You know, if it was just like a cool hotel that looked like a spaceship, it would have been fine. But they were charging way too much money for it, and it was like this whole full on experience, and it was all sequel trilogy. It's like, I'm not interested.
Well, what's funny is, Disney paid a whole bunch of money to Lucasfilms because of the original trilogy. Like, right?
Right.
Like, they paid for this giant IP and the attached fan base because the original movies were so good. And ever since that day, they've just tried their hardest to pretend like the original trilogy just doesn't exist.
Yeah, exactly.
It doesn't make sense. And like I get they're trying to promote the new stuff, like that's smart, but also you can't do it at the cost of the old stuff,
Right.
or people won't like the new stuff.
Exactly. Yep.
And at least, thank you, Mark Clark. At least I know my beard won't keep me from being a fairy godmother. Yeah, I saw that video. I saw the bearded godmother. Not going to play it on the channel because YouTube doesn't approve of harmful content. So I don't want to hurt your eyes. I believe that would be a violation of like abusive right?
Something like that.
Subjecting your audience to just obscenities. Yeah, that was quite disturbing. There's been quite a bit of nerd news. The Spider Boy movie came out, and it's trying.
So I've been told.
And I didn't watch it because screw the Spider-Man movie for trying to indoctrinate my kids.
This is a shame because the first one was so good.
I love the first one.
This one looked like it was going to be great too, and then they tried to, throw in those subtle, subliminal woke messages in the background. The movie itself probably isn't woke. It's probably just that stuff they try to cram in the background. But
I think that Into the Spider-Verse is probably the best animated movie like ever made.
Yeah.
It's fantastic. And I was interested in the second one, and then and literally on a dime, I could not be less interested in this movie.
Yeah. I plan to take my whole family to it, but not anymore. I may end up seeing it this weekend because it is my wife and I's birthday, so there's nothing else good in the theater. We might see it just the two of us, but I'm not taking my family to it.
Mm-hmm. Also, since that first movie came out, like Marvel has been like super annoying with Miles Morales as a character.
Yeah.
Like he was one of the ones that they did right. Like they created a new character rather than dismantling the old character and race swapping it. They created a new character, and he was good. And ever since, like, I spent the last couple of years, they've just been making Miles Morales everything. Like there's a whole issue of comic books where Miles Morales is every superhero. It's Miles Morales, but Thor, and him, but Iron Man. And you're like,
well,
how does that make him interesting?
Yeah, to be fair, they have been doing that with not just Miles Morales. They've been doing crossover, merging superheroes.
But he's the most prolific case.
Yeah.
Of just putting him everywhere. And you're like, well, he used to be interesting, and now he's derivative.
Yeah. Yeah, it was great because, Spider-Man has always been, Peter Parker's version of Spider-Man has always been, a morality tale on loss and responsibility and stuff like that. And they managed to do the same thing with Miles Morales, have those same values.
Yeah, but with a little twist.
The same thing. But it's different. It's not rehashing. It's not doing the exact same thing. He still has that father figure, but it's his uncle, and then.
But see what happens if Spider-Man comes across Lululemon being robbed? Is he supposed to stop the robbers?
I don't know.
Or does Spider-Man get fired? What's Miles supposed to do then, huh?
That would be a conundrum. Yep.
Woo! I thought that was a pretty good joke.
That was pretty good.
That was pretty good. I felt like that joke danced around the hot topic perfectly. I didn't have to say it.
Very Smartly done.
Yeah, no, I have no interest. I have absolutely no interest in watching the new movie, and I've heard it ends on a stupid cliffhanger anyway, and people are pissed, and so
Oh, that's annoying.
I don't care. I don't care. I will spend my time watching a good stuff, which is what we're going to talk to y'all about tonight. I forced my boys to watch some sketch comedy on Netflix because season 3 of I Think You Should Leave with Tim Robinson dropped on the 30th, and no one had watched any of it. I'd watched all of it, so I was waiting on season 3, and I forced everyone else to watch all 3. Who knows if they did their homework? But we'll be talking about that.
Sorry,
I've been doing a bunch of reading. I've been doing a bunch of chatting on the White Cloaks Discord. Shout out to the White Cloaks, great YouTube channel and great Discord if you want to become friends with some like-minded folks.
They had them on the show once.
'Tis a community. I've had them. I had them on the show for Dune too. They weren't like the people in charge, but
right.
I'm trying to plan a Discworld discussion with a couple of them. I don't know what time that's going to be. In fact, it might be next week's show because there's not a lot to cover. So we might take a break and do a Discworld episode next Sunday. But that'll probably be sometime this week. I've made a whole bunch of progress recording my music. It's going really well. I have just a couple more songs to record vocals on, but right now the bottleneck is my friend who's super busy, who does all the mastering because I suck. I suck at that. So he's been super busy with his real life, so that's the bottleneck there.
Yep.
But I'm trying to check. I think it's 4 or 5 songs left to record vocals on, and then I'm done, and then it's just me waiting on other people.
That's awesome. I'm excited for it. What you've shown me so far, I've had a little listen to.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3. That one doesn't need vocals. 4, 5 songs left, and there's awesome. 15 songs on the album. Right, that doesn't sound so impressive. It's like, oh, there's 10 songs and there's 5 left. That's half.
Yeah. Nice.
Great, Mark Clark. I'm glad you're looking forward to it.
Yeah, I've been reading a bunch of books too. Mark Clark, I actually got around to reading Another Fine Myth from the Robert Asprin. I got that on Audible on your request, and it was really fun.
That you've read 2 of those now?
No, just the one.
That's the first one? Okay.
That's the first one. It's called Another Fine Myth. It's about this guy who wants to be he's a thief, but then he apprentices to become a magician, a wizard, and his this book happens really, really fast. There's like no breathing room. So like in the first 2 chapters, his the wizard that he's training under gets murdered in the middle of a summoning spell from a demon. And so he gets stuck with this demon who agrees to teach him magic while they hunt down, whoever killed his the wizard guy.
It sounds like fun.
It's romp roaring fun. It's hilarious.
Mark Clark, you should feel very special because I've been telling David to read Going Postal for like 5 years. And you tell him to read this weird book that no one's ever heard of like once, and he goes and buys it.
Well, he told us about it, and then the very next week
they were on sale on
Audible. Yeah. So it was like $3, so I couldn't say no. I was like, "Oh, I'll give it a try." But it was really fun. It was really short. It was really fast paced. Not a whole lot of character development. The plot just kind of happens, but it's just fun the entire time.
It's fun.
It's really fun. So. Yeah, so I'm reading that. I read the first 3 books of the Wheel of Time, and I really wanted to continue on with that, but I forced myself to stop and take a break because I didn't want to get too far ahead and get confused with the next season coming out.
Oh, it's good. You
it-
should know by now, David, that season 2 isn't going to cover anything from books 2 and 3.
Well,
So you can go ahead and just keep reading.
I know, but I want to know what it's supposed to have covered. I don't want to get too far into the weeds and then forget which book is which. So I did that, and then I started reading the Lightbringer Chronicles. So there's
you told me about
the
that.
Black Prism, and I'm in the almost done with the second book, The Binding Knife, and it was really fun.
Shout out to the Angry Mexa in the chat. Looks like he's
Hey,
going to
Mexa.
bed early. Oh, he's getting
Have a
on
good
in
night.
30. Okay,
Oh.
he's not going to bed. All right, we'll see you in 30 minutes.
Sweet.
I almost started Lightbringer on the way home from California, but I needed something. I didn't want to have to think about a new plot,
Yeah.
And so I started the second book in the Ascension series,
Nice.
the Arcane Ascension. So I was like,
Yeah, I really
just
like
needed
the Lightbringer.
I needed something that would keep me awake that I didn't have to pay too much attention to, because I just finished the second Dune book, and I was like, okay, that was heavy. That required a lot of paying attention to, and I need something just a little bit lighter. And I didn't, and Lightbringer would have worked, except that it would have been diving into a whole new world, and you have to pay attention. And I was like, I needed something just I could listen to. So
yeah, that's probably a good call. I really like the Lightbringer. I don't think the magic system is too complicated, but the first book in particular, there's I don't want to spoil too much, although it's revealed really early on in the book, which surprised me. But there's a case of mistaken identity and some identity theft type of stuff going on here, and it was a little bit confusing, I'll be honest, listening to it on the audiobook. So it's probably a good choice, because it's one you got to pay a little bit more attention to, I think, at least the first book. But
Mark Clark says he read my friend's book, the Dragon Thief, and it was okay. Good,
nice.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty good. I enjoyed it. It's a good YA book. As a book, it's like a 7 out of 10. It's not bad. It's pretty good. Could be better. Yeah. I'm trying to get them on to talk about it, though. They're really busy. But let's talk about news. I refreshed the page. I had everything ready, and then my mic wasn't working, and I had to refresh. No, I had the windows already shared, and now I have to share them again. I gotta share them again. Here we go. Here's some news. The Little Mermaid is doing okay, and not nearly as good as Disney needs it to do.
Yep.
It's kind of already done with its legs. The second week was not
taper off a little bit.
The second week was not super good. It wasn't horrible, but it's not a great sign. And considering this movie cost $250 million, which is, I think they're underreporting that number, but that's okay. We're going to take them at their word. $250 million. They need to make at least twice that to break even, because you have to share profits with the theaters.
Yeah.
So if they don't hit 500,000, they've lost money. And that's not even taking into account the advertising budget, which is probably somewhere north of 200,000. So you've got that. And also it's been reported they used the advertising budget for Elementals on The Little Mermaid, which checks out.
Oh, dear.
I have seen more ads for The Little Mermaid than any movie ever.
Yeah, they've been quite a lot.
They are pushing this movie hard.
Yep.
So it's all over Twitter. It's all over YouTube. I get Google ads popping up on my phone telling me to watch The Little Mermaid.
And Elementals, you're right, is completely opposite. I saw one commercial or one teaser trailer back when it was like first announced, and
Well,
I haven't seen anything since.
They saw that it wasn't testing well, and so they said, "Okay, let's just take this budget, flip it a little." So they've probably spent like $300,000 on advertising this movie. So it's a little bit early, but it looks like it's going to be a massive flop. And
Yikes.
I couldn't be happier about it. Screw you, Disney. Okay. That's that. That's some news. Here's some more news. Apparently, being Mexican is no excuse for being a white supremacist.
And we picked the wrong race to be technically a part of.
I was trying to milk the diversity, right?
Yep.
I was trying to produce a diversity shield for the show so that I could not be criticized. But it turns out you can still be Mexican or Latino and still be a white supremacist, which leads us to my favorite stinger of all time.
Everything is racist. Everything is now white supremacy. When everything is racist, then nothing will be.
I love that singer. Every time it goes, I like to focus on a different part of it because there's a lot going on.
Was it Ben Carson who was the blackface of white supremacy?
Yeah.
Or maybe that wasn't Ben Carson. No, that was it was the other guy. Now I gotta look it up. Oh, I'm Googling it. I want you guys to see my Googling. Yeah, this is ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's one of the stupidest things that I've and we've seen some stupid things.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's pretty ridiculous.
It's Larry Elder, the guy who tried to run against Gavin Newsom in his recall election.
Gotcha. Right.
He was the blackface of white supremacy. It's such a stupid sentence.
Yep.
People are retarded, and you should not pay attention to them or give them, any press. We've got another race swap. How to Train Your Dragon. The Astrid chick, the Nordic Viking blonde, is now played by a black woman.
Yeah.
In the live action version. So you're welcome. You're welcome for that. And of course, Collider has wasted no time in shilling the cast.
Yep.
How to Train Your Dragon brings Hiccup and Astrid to live action with the perfect casting. Well, I could mention a couple flaws in the choice, but that's just me. I don't know.
Yeah.
Again, take a long, hard look in the mirror. Might be you who's racist.
Yep. Mark Clark, you've never seen How to Train Your Dragon?
Never seen it.
It's
but
good.
Netflix,
the first one's good. It's worth seeing.
On the same vein, though,
take a look
Netflix is making a cocaine movie.
Nice.
It's funny because the cocaine's black.
Yep.
Did you get the joke, David?
I got it. Yes.
Yeah. just double checking. I know sometimes jokes can go over your head. So,
well, I appreciate it.
I haven't seen 2 or 3.
No.
I saw the first How to Train Your Dragon. It was pretty good.
First one was amazing. The second one, I was severely disappointed in. It had some good ideas and then just completely botched it, and the ending made me want to hit the screen. And then my kids have seen the third one, but I couldn't care less. But the first one is amazing. It's a standalone on its own, really, really good film.
I don't know why I never watched the other 2, because I did like the first one. I don't know. I just never got around to it. But I
Not
do
missing much.
respect the choice of aging the character up, like
Yeah.
massively.
Oh yeah,
Like
definitely.
he's an adult in the last movie, and I think that's really cool.
Yeah.
He goes from like teen to like young adult to adult.
Yep.
Yeah, there's 3 movies. We'll see the first one. More news. Henry Cavill saw The Flash and loved its new Supergirl. This is just filed under things that never happened. No, I believe he probably said something nice to the actress. They met
yeah.
and took a picture together. And because Henry Cavill is an awesome person, he was nice to her.
Yeah.
For stealing his job. For literally replacing his scenes in the Flash movie.
Yep.
Although it's being reported that he still has a cameo, but like it's a couple seconds. Don't care. I don't care about the Flash. Corwin is in the chat. Corwin's getting back from Sin City. Everyone went to Vegas. So he's on the road. Unable to join. Have a fantastic show. Yeah, we will.
Nice.
Matt Walsh released What is a Woman for free on Twitter, and it was flagged for being hateful automatically until Elon Musk intervened and said, are we really still having these Twitter problems? Because apparently there are so many like safeguards still coded in. Eventually Twitter let it go through, but apparently there's still problems coded into the API, whatever. And guess what? It's getting review bombed.
Oh no!
By the people that complain about review bombing.
Funny, isn't it?
It's funny. Guess what?
What's surprising to me is I didn't know that Twitter could host movie length videos.
Oh yeah, they're becoming a.
What happened to the
hosting platform.
under 153 characters or whatever the heck it is?
I don't know.
It's crazy.
They're getting rid of it. So, What is a Woman is getting review bombed by people who haven't seen the movie. And what's funny is that these just seem like advertisements to me. If I'm being honest, it makes me, want to watch it more. I've already seen it, but if I hadn't seen it, I would want to watch it more.
Yeah.
But it's funny that, these are the people that complain about review bombing, and they're doing it to What is a Woman. So
I love that.
Rules for thee, but not for me.
Pushing tons of misinformation.
It's literally
letting them talk and explain.
All Matt Walsh did is stand in front of people and let them say their opinions.
Yep.
So apparently that's misinformation now. So here's a meme. I thought it was pretty funny. They had to let all the freak shows go. They lost their jobs. Yep. Just another instance of gentrification. Because they're just not that scary anymore compared to real life.
Well, I mean, you laugh, but that's serious. A lot of times those types of people, they're cast for those roles in movies, and that's how they make a living. And people say, "Oh no, you can't call them freaks anymore.
You can't use the word. You can't use the word midget anymore."
Yeah, casting them in these types of roles is just bigoted. It's like, no,
you're not allowed to give midgets jobs anymore.
Exactly, it's so ridiculous. But
yeah. So here's some more memes because we're done with the news. Corporations paint rainbows on their doors, on their doorposts, so that woke gangs will pass them by during this wonderful month.
Yeah, too bad it doesn't work
during this wonderful month. And we got another one.
Yep.
Chick-fil-A, of all the companies, I never thought I'd see go woke. But Chick-fil-A is now training their employees to say "my privilege" instead of my pleasure. That was disappointing. It was disappointing to see Chick-fil-A go the way of the woke. But I didn't eat there anyway because I think they're too expensive.
Agreed.
It's good food, too expensive. And then lastly, Archeola has just uncovered the Target store ruins from sites of Sodom and Gomorrah. Ancient. Those are the memes, everybody.
It's pretty good. Pretty good. Yeah. So let's see. Mexa said he should be on at 30 minutes, and that was only 20 minutes ago. News didn't take long enough.
Yeah. So you watched the sketch, right?
No, I didn't get a chance to.
Oh goodness.
I'm sorry.
I'm the only one that
really
did my homework.
Yeah. I wanted to. It looked pretty good. But I just didn't get a chance. Like I said, the whole week everyone was sick, taking turns taking care of sick people. So it was crazy.
Well, you're missing out because it's great, but we'll have to wait till the Angry Mexa gets here to talk about it.
Yeah.
So
I'll definitely watch it. It looks pretty good.
it's hilarious. I
need some more funny stuff to watch, you know.
So we'll talk about it eventually, but what I love about it is no one does sketch comedy anymore.
Yeah. It's a shame.
Even like all the old YouTube sketch comics have transitioned to other things. Like no one does sketch like on YouTube right now. There's like 2 people doing sketches that are funny.
I've actually recently found 5 or 6 more people on YouTube that are popping up in my feed that do some pretty hilarious sketches.
The only ones that I've seen are Content Machine and Cracker Milk that are like
those are 2 of them
consistently funny.
Yeah. There's some other ones. There's Chris W, I think his name is, and Amar something or other. I don't know. I need to look them up.
Send them my way.
Yeah, they do some pretty funny sketches.
So yeah, but even like I don't know, just sketch comedy just doesn't exist anymore. So
yeah, it's a shame.
Like, and SNL has just like gone way downhill. I haven't watched SNL in years. I will occasionally pull up an SNL sketch if the internet starts talking about it. I'll be like, okay, what's this? And most of the time it's not good. But occasionally they have a funny sketch.
Yeah. It's a shame because that's what YouTube was built on. You know, people would put up some random video and that's what YouTube was built on. That's what it got popular. People doing sketch comedy, and now it's just the algorithm is taken over and it's not promoting the videos that people want to see a lot of times. So YouTube channels adapt and they start making other videos that pay the bills. Yeah. My wife in the comments, the Holderness Family and Dude Dad, those are some pretty good ones.
The dentist sketch on the Carol Burnett show. I never watched the Carol Burnett show.
There's some pretty good clips. I've never seen a full episode, but I've seen lots of clips of the Carol Burnett show. Some funny stuff. So.
Is that currently going on?
No, that's an older show.
Yeah, I never watched it. Yeah, so aside from YouTube, the only people I know that are doing sketches are Tim Robinson and Auntie Donna. They're pretty funny. They have a Netflix show, Auntie Donna's Big Old House of Fun, which was pretty fun. Mm-hmm. But instead of getting a season 2, they got a different show on a different network. So it didn't. It's fine. but I haven't seen their new stuff because I don't have it. It's on like TV, so I can't watch it. That's from the 70s, the Carol Burnett show. Cool. Yeah, Tim Robinson is super, super funny. Let's do bad takes then, while we wait for the Mexa to jump on.
Sweet.
Okay. Sorry, I'm like out of sorts tonight.
Very good.
Here we go.
Screen Rants. Bad takes.
Yep. You frozen?
No, sorry. Okay, David, you sent me this one.
Yeah. So I just came across this one a while ago. Rings of Power director already knows the Lord of the Rings series ending despite only one season out. And yeah, you think?
Cancellation?
I mean, he says it. Well, yeah, right.
Pretty sure that's how it's going to end.
He says it like he knows what's happening because he's such a good writer and he has, everything planned out. But obviously, if you're making a prequel series, the end of the series leads up to the existing content, right? It leads up to Lord of the Rings. Duh. Right? But anyways, he goes on in the article about how the series isn't doing too well, so we're probably going to have to cut down on the 5 seasons we had planned, but that's okay because I know where it's ending. I know where the series goes and what we're leading up to. I was like, well, yeah, you're supposed to be leading up to the Lord of the Rings. But anyways, it's pretty ridiculous.
Yeah, you would think everyone knows where it ends. But I doubt they'll get there. I can't see this.
No, I think they've already filmed season 2, right? So that'll come out, and I think that'll be it.
They're bleeding money. They committed to 5 seasons with the Tolkien estate. I believe it was 5. Maybe it was 7. Who knows? They committed to a good number of seasons with the Tolkien estate, but I mean, at some point you just have to cut your losses and just like pay a fine.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I don't know.
Speaking of seasons, I think David is waiting for the next season of Rings of Power to release a new video.
Yes, I haven't released anything on my channel for 3 months now. I think it's been. Mm-hmm. I had a bunch of videos pre-recorded, and then our brother died, so we went back to the funeral, and I haven't done anything since. I have a playthrough, 2 playthroughs of a game called Final Girl recorded, but I need to edit them and put them on the channel. But I've been slacking. It's really hard once you get out of habit of editing and filming every week.
Does he? Have you read the article though? Like, does he say?
No, yeah, I skimmed through it, and it's really short. But
I'm very excited with that story. I know the ending. I know where everything is headed to. I'm super excited to see the whole story, not only one story in. Sorry, I'm super excited to see the whole thing, not only one story in the whole story.
Yeah, that's not super grammatically correct there.
I don't even know what he's trying to say.
Yeah. But it's funny that he makes the statement, trying to be full of confidence and say, yeah, I know, I have a plan. Mm-hmm. I know where it's headed. Well, yeah, duh, you know where it's headed because it's a prequel series. Like, how so stupid dumb. Can you be?
It's so dumb.
So.
Oh. Yeah. Oh, it's just a big nothing burger. I think the goal is, you get a lot of people complaining about mystery box TV shows saying like, oh, they don't know where they're headed. Right. So it's like, this is like they're reassuring, be like, no, we've planned it all out. Yeah. We I definitely know where the story's going to end.
Yeah.
These people are retarded.
Yeah,
These people
they're
are
not
retarded.
self-aware at all.
So
anyway, we can move on.
that one was out of order, actually. Steve Rogers is not the Captain America the new Avengers team needs. Captain Marvel is assembling a new Avengers team in the comics, and Steve Rogers is nowhere to be found on it because he's not the Captain America the team needs. Well, Steve Rogers is Captain America, so I don't know what you're talking about there. Sam Wilson is a much more grounded Captain America to be on the new Avengers team. Right. Because, stripping a previously established character of everything he stands for and haphazardly, slapping a black character in his place.
A black character who was also interesting on its own.
Erasing all of that black character's previous personality is grounded. Yeah.
Yep.
Grounded. Steve Rogers was the Avengers, and now he can't be part of the new Avengers. Also, it doesn't matter because no one's reading the comics anymore. Comic book industry is failing. So there's that.
Yep. Sad.
The live action Little Mermaid behind the scenes story proves that Halle Bailey is Ariel in real life.
Well, like how she can sing without auto-tune and she can actually swim? Like that?
Yeah, that's Ariel in real life can swim.
Or is it because she's got daddy issues?
Yeah.
Like what are they trying to say? What examples do they give?
It's ridiculous. It's that she was humming all the time.
Oh, okay, that proves it.
Yeah, Melissa McCartney said it was funny because every time she was on set, she kept humming, and so she's just Ariel in real life. Mm-hmm. I love how we sound like incredibly racist when we say that the actors can't swim, but like she was the one who brought it up.
Right. No, they cast her and then found out afterwards that she couldn't swim and had to change how they were filming it because she couldn't swim. It's like, come on, if you're playing a mermaid and you plan to film actual underwater scenes, or at least in water scenes, you got to make sure the person you cast is fit for the job.
Yep.
They're checking the wrong check boxes.
Yeah. Well, there's more. Screen Rant says 10 ways Rey's new Jedi Order must be different to the prequels. Like non-existent is what that's what I would go with.
Yeah.
She's building the Jedi's back, but she can fix all the mistakes because she's a woman.
That's what Luke Skywalker should have done with the Jedi Order.
Yeah.
He wasn't raised with all those silly rules like they can't have attachments and stuff like that.
It's kind of what he did do in the books.
Yeah.
They shouldn't have a temple. They shouldn't forbid relationships because, she wants to get freaky with Kylo Ren's ghost for sure.
You got a point on that one, though.
And
shouldn't have a Jedi council.
She shouldn't have a council. She shouldn't be held responsible. Shouldn't have checks and balances at all. That would be horrible. They shouldn't have a rank system. I don't know. That seems pretty important too.
Yeah.
For checks and balances and responsibility and whatnot.
So they're saying that there shouldn't be any leadership at all. They should just be a bunch of Jedis all democratically deciding what to do together and never ever disagreeing on a single thing or something. Or
I don't know. But this part's hilarious because it just shows that they didn't watch the prequels.
Yeah.
The Jedi Order shouldn't be attached to the Republic. That was the entire point of the prequels. Like, they weren't. and they got roped into it.
Yep.
And it caused their downfall. And everyone complained about it. Like the whole time the Jedi were complaining about it. We're not supposed to be like the strong arms of the Republic.
Yep.
So there's that. Rey's Jedi Order shouldn't recruit Padawans at a young age.
Yeah. There's pros and cons to that one. I mean, it's good to start learning young, but some of their stuff and take them from their family, and because of the no attachments thing, I can see that.
The Jedi should have less formal training.
Because Rey was so awesome with no training, so I mean, that's better, right?
But if you have this like power that could easily be corrupted by the dark side, the last thing that you want is a strict training regiment.
Yep. There shouldn't be any training at all. You just, hey, you can use the Force. Hey, go do it. You're a Jedi. We have no leaders. We all just do whatever you want.
Rey's Jedi Order should not be a military asset.
Again, that goes back to not being tied to the Republic. That was kind of the point.
Yeah, they're supposed to be peacekeepers.
Supposed to be,
they're supposed to be, liaisons. They're like the middle ground.
Yep.
Rey's new Jedi Order should seek true balance. Oh, so they should have bad guys and good guys.
Yep. So this is something that really kind of annoys me with the new Disney canon with the gray Jedi type of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
George Lucas has gone on record saying that the light side of the Force is balance, and the dark side of the Force is chaos. And
it's like
it's
like the natural man. It's
exactly.
Like humans are inherently evil, and the light side is what brings balance to it. Yeah.
And what everyone is trying to twist it into is, balance means you need to have equal good and equal bad. And it's like, no, that's not what it means.
Yeah, the bad's already out there, right? Humans naturally tend towards sin.
Yes, exactly. And being one with the light side of the Force is balancing those feelings within oneself and fighting for good. It's not, the balance isn't between good and evil. The balance is between emotions and yeah. Anyways, I could go into it more, but
yeah.
What's number one?
Rey's new Jedi Order should really pay attention to Force visions. Did they not?
Well,
I guess they shrug off Anakin's visions as mommy's dying and his girlfriend's dying. But it's kind of his fault because he couldn't tell anyone that he had a girlfriend.
Yeah, and then same thing with Luke when he saw the vision at Cloud City.
Right. Okay.
So kind of, I guess, but they didn't say to ignore them. They said, what you see can be misleading.
It doesn't really feel like a big priority to me.
Yeah, definitely not number one. I think number one should be the attachments, but that's just me.
Yeah, if I had to list like things that were concerning, this wouldn't be on the list.
Mm-hmm.
But that's Screen Rant being Screen Rant. Everybody, more on the Flash movie. The director says he would not consider recasting Ezra Miller in a potential sequel. I don't think there's anyone that can play that character as well as they did. Sorry, as well as he did. There must have. Sorry, there must be a typo.
Yeah. Because there's never been anyone else that has ever played the Flash ever.
And because Ezra Miller, is a prolific actor. That's what he's good at in Hollywood. It's the acting. You missed, Mark. You missed the bad take stinger. We're stalling for time because David didn't do his homework, and
I'm
because the
sorry.
Angry Mex is going to get on to talk later. This is what happens when you have a bye week in television.
Yep.
Here we go though. Mark Ruffalo said one of the dumbest things I've ever seen in my life, which is, what's new?
That's saying something, because he said some pretty dumb things.
When you tax billionaires at 90%, they're still fabulously rich, and you have the resources to rebuild a healthy and happy middle class across the nation.
What do you think the billionaires are doing? They're employing the middle class across the nation. Mark Ruffalo, like, oh gosh, yeah.
Did you have you noticed that they've stopped complaining about millionaires?
Yep.
Did you notice that, Bernie Sanders used to complain about all the millionaires destroying America, and then he wrote a book and he became a millionaire, and then he
Sold it on
started
the
complaining
capitalist
about
market.
all the billionaires destroying America.
Just out of curiosity, I wonder if we could look up Mark
net worth?
Ruffalo's net worth. Yeah.
$35 million. Someone already got there for you.
There
David.
There you go. Yep. So more than $250 million. Okay then. You first, Mark Ruffalo.
How stupid did people just don't understand how money works.
Nope.
When prices are low,
Yep.
Just take a basic economics class, please. Everyone. I feel like you should be required to take an economics class before you can vote.
Most people do. They just don't pay attention. But yeah, like, people think that these billionaires are just like twiddling their thumbs and swimming in piles of money and not doing anything with it. No, the billionaires became billionaires for the most part because they went out on a limb and invested and are employing hundreds of millions of people, supporting the economy, growing businesses. They got there for a reason. And people think, and not only that, but
oh, look at that.
They tend to be the most generous.
Genders trending and Mormons.
Oh
dear. I wonder what we did. What did we do?
I don't know.
I'll figure it out later. Yeah, sorry. What were you saying?
Probably some comment by Jeffrey R. Holland or something like that. One of the leaders of the church said something about gender. I want to bet. Yeah. Anyway. But yeah, I mean, not only that, but if you look across the board, these billionaires tend to give away a lot of their money to charities. They're not just sitting on it, and that money is not, that the money is held up in investments and stuff. They're not just sitting on billions of dollars of cash.
Net worth doesn't mean you have that much in your bank. It means
exactly.
It means you have assets worth that much.
Exactly, and those assets generally tend to be businesses that have employees working for them that are in this middle and lower class that you were talking about, Mark Ruffalo.
But also, like, when you've screwed the economy, people stop spending their money; they start saving it. And then the government gets less taxes. Like, people think taxes are like a fixed number, right? Yeah, it is a percentage of what you spend, right? But if you're spending more frequently, if cash is moving around at a faster rate, even if it's getting taxed at the same rate, the government gets more taxes. So when prices are low, people are buying and selling things faster. The government gets more money to build things. So the government should be incentivized to have a good economy, but because they don't believe in capitalism, they believe in crony capitalism, and then making shady business deals and trading stocks. If you want to know
Nancy
how to make
Pelosi.
if you want to know how to make money, look at Nancy Pelosi's stock portfolio. Okay.
Yep.
These people are idiots. They're complete and utter morons. Anyway,
Hey, Mexa.
it's about as political as we can get on the show without getting in trouble. Critical Drinker exposed me to a funny tweet from PETA, because PETA doesn't run in my Twitter circle because I don't care. But they tweeted out, if you wouldn't eat a T-Rex, don't eat a chicken, because T-Rexes, they wouldn't approve of you eating their descendants. It's so funny. If T-Rexes existed today, we would be eating them.
Oh, yes.
We eat alligators. Okay? Yeah. Those things kill you.
Yeah, I would.
But we hunt them and eat them because it's freaking cool.
Yep. Mark Clark.
Mark Clark is playing knock games in the chat. So thanks for that. I am glad you didn't say banana. Fear the Walking Dead is trending for some reason. I didn't know that show was still going. Yeah, I'd eat a T-Rex in a heartbeat. Okay, we're almost done. We have a good take, actually, from Fortune. They're talking about how bad Lucasfilms is right now. The Force has left Lucasfilms. What has gone wrong for the studio behind the Star Wars and Indiana Jones, like two amazing franchises, and how Disney's Bob Iger can salvage his $4 billion investment. I forgot they paid that much. Oh, gosh. Dial of Destiny is one of the most expensive films ever made. And initial reviews suggest it could totally bomb at the box office. I believe it will. People didn't like the last one, so they're already sour on Indiana Jones. And people don't like what Disney is doing right now, currently. And it's just a recipe for disaster. And also, people don't like Phoebe Waller-Bridge.
Yep. Honestly, when I saw the trailers for Indiana Jones 4, I was excited. It looked like a good film. And parts of it were okay, But I don't know. I love Indiana Jones, but this other one doesn't look great. Even if I wasn't, wary of all the woke stuff they've been doing, the trailers don't look super great.
Yep. I don't know if we can hear you, Mexa.
Oh, is that why he's been so quiet?
We can't hear you. Anyway, no, I didn't even think the trailers looked good. They looked okay, but
yeah.
I don't know. How do you come back from Crystal Skull and Disney, concurrent Disney, and She Who Will Not Be Named, driving Lucasfilm into the ground?
Yep.
It's baffling to me. It's baffling. Disney Lucasfilm Union has made Star Wars box office poison. Yeah.
You can hear me.
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Yeah.
I know. Think of how many films they've canceled. How many Star Wars films they've canceled.
Oh yeah.
When did Rise of Skywalker come out? Like 5 years ago? Longer than that.
Yeah, I think it's been longer.
Rise of Skywalker.
– 2019.
Wow. Yeah, 5 years.
Yeah.
Ish.
Exactly.
That was pre-COVID and people hated that. So
yeah, it was bad.
Yeah.
Mark Clark gave us $5 so that Angry Mexa can buy a watch. so that you can be on time.
I mean, I can read time. I have like computer, but it's just that I couldn't make it on time.
We love you, man. We also love Mark Clark for his
Mm-hmm.
persistence, if nothing else. Yeah, Rise of Skywalker came out in 2019. There were supposed to be like 3 other. Well, first off, the Solo movie was supposed to be like the first of 5 movies, right?
Damn.
Those got
Yeah.
canceled. Those got, or at least a
Yeah.
trilogy. I can't remember if it was 3 or 5. Those got canceled because Solo did not do well. You had the
Yeah,
Ryan
bomb.
Johnson trilogy that got canceled.
Yep.
You had
Thank God, by the way.
you had you had the X-wing one that was supposed to be made by
Rogue Squadron.
Wonder Woman director, writer director,
Patty Jenkins.
Oh yeah.
Patty Jenkins, who's just wonderful at making movies. That
You
one got
had
canceled.
You had one that was supposed to be with Benioff and Weiss. Was supposed to direct. I don't know if that was a single one or
Yes,
just
they
a
were.
film.
Oh, you're right. You're right.
And then they had
Those the Game of Thrones.
yeah.
Yeah. They
And
were.
then they had
they and then Game of Thrones. The last season came out, and that one tanked. You've had a couple TV shows get canceled, and they just keep announcing new things and just hoping you'll forget about all the stuff that.
yeah. In fact, they just recently got in trouble for announcing too many things, and Kathleen Kennedy said, "Hey, don't announce anymore, until it's actually happening."
Like,
And then
please
they just
stop announcing.
a month after that, they announced 2 more projects. I'm like, what's going on?
But those
How
are
is she not in charge of knowing when things are going to be announced?
I don't know.
Oof,
Isn't that her job?
That is kind of her job to coordinate everything like that. Yeah.
I don't think that's her job. Like,
She's the head of Lucasfilms.
Yeah, I know, but
Yeah.
she's like, I don't deal with that kind of stuff. I don't deal with marketing or things like that. I don't know. She should be handling all this stuff.
She's the president of Lucasfilms.
Yeah, but you know what I mean. She's the president. She's not going to deal with things like marketing or product placement or
But you'd think the
but
president
this is
of
pre-marketing.
an
This is
organization
announcing
would be aware
a good one. Yeah,
when
a good one.
the organization is going to make huge announcements.
Right.
Yeah, a good one. But like we said before, she's pretty stupid. Like, she's really dumb. Like, there's no other explanation to why she's not a part of the big announcements. Like, if you were president of a company, like, well, I don't know if president is and CEO is the same, but if you were president of a company like Elon Musk is doing with Twitter, in this age and era where everything is content, you should be, trying to do as much content as you can with your big releases like those. But yeah, I don't know why she's not more involved. That's probably the reason why she's in this situation.
It's crazy. Mark Clark wants to know if you're going to play some of your music tonight, Maxa.
I don't know if I can. I mean, if it's possible.
If you want to, you can.
Mm-hmm. I mean,
if you're physically able.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I meant.
If you have it on your computer ready.
Exactly. I can look for it while we are on the thingy. It's a cool one. Mm-hmm.
We're trying to keep tonight's show short, and I know I've said that plenty of times before.
But right now we really don't have much.
There's not a lot to talk about.
Yeah, exactly. That show was, like 1 hour.
Yeah,
1 hour and a half.
The entire season was like an hour long, and there's only 3 seasons.
I saw it like 3 times because it was so short. And I was like, okay, I probably missed some things.
Okay, just a couple more memes and we can talk about it. The Babylon Bee says historians believe women invented grilling to trick men into cooking. That's volume 1. And then this one's really good. Surviving World War II veteran recounts the harrowing story of lack of trans representation on D-Day. So happy gay month, everybody.
Yep. Happy birthday to me.
How's
month.
everybody's gay month going? Yeah, the Ingram X is a
Swimmingly.
musician, man. He's got a piano
Yeah.
behind him the entire show.
Yeah. He's got soundboard on the walls and everything.
So you want to talk about the sketch show? That's hilarious.
Oh, I see. I get demoted.
You get
down
to,
Yeah.
to the bottom
You don't know what we're talking about.
talking. I'm sorry. I tried to watch it.
You didn't.
I did watch it. You didn't watch it, David?
No, I
No.
didn't.
It's
No one
funny
did their
because
homework.
I think that guy, Tim, whatever, what's the guy's name? Tim Robinson.
Yep.
He kind of looks like you, bro. You, David.
Really?
I
don't
maybe,
know. I
yeah,
don't
like a
see it.
skinnier David, maybe.
Like
Sure.
I mean, like in a like in profile, like if you move like your face to a side,
Yeah.
I don't know. It kind of looks like you have the same color and kind of the same nose, the
Yeah.
same relaxed forehead. I don't know, but it
All
was
right.
funny for me because I was
I
picturing
can kinda
you
see it.
doing all the sketch. A little bit. That guy is way
Okay.
older than you, so
Yeah. Cool. Well, I wanted to see it. It looked pretty good. And
it's.
I love
I
me
mean,
some sketch comedy.
Did you
Some
watch-
of it's hit and miss, so they don't always land. I think they're always funny, but some of them are like laugh out loud funny, and some of them are just like, like okay, I get it's a clever premise.
I would
right?
say, yeah, that's exactly what I would think of the show. Is that all the premises were created enough, so
Yeah.
it's not boring. It's not boring at all. That's the thing.
Yeah, and then
Um,
occasionally there's a sketch that
Really,
I
hits
just
yeah.
like uncontrollably it
Yeah.
just kills me.
The one with the fighters with the with the wrestlers. There's one with
Wrestlers.
wrestlers. There was a guy saying there was a black guy doing like marketing for his business. He was saying that he had the proposal like park, like a park where you could propose.
Oh
And he
yeah,
was saying,
yeah,
okay, I put the
yes.
perfect fluff for the knee and the perfect knee. And
Oh,
he's like,
yes.
but the floor is so soft that the fighters are just coming and then just start
Yeah, the
bashing
premise
each
is
other
he creates
in the head.
Proposal Park, which is the
Mhm.
perfect ideal place to propose. There's flowers everywhere, there's arches, and it's so beautiful. And he's the joke is the grass is so soft, it's perfect for kneeling down to propose. But I made it too soft because all of these wrestlers keep showing up and practicing their wrestling moves at Proposal Park.
Oh, that's good.
It's
That's-
it's
Man.
so good.
Yeah. and
How do
they
you
have to,
come
like,
up with an idea like that?
It's
that's hilarious.
that's the thing. Like Tim Robinson sketches, they're different.
yeah.
Okay, normally
yeah.
like you get a premise and you add a weird thing.
Mhm.
And then you expound on the weird thing. You have like a straight man who plays the reactionary. He plays the audience insert, and you have the person doing weird thing. And you say, "Hey, I'm doing this weird thing," and then the straight man reacts normally, like this is crazy, and and calls
Yeah.
out the inconsistencies and expresses how stupid a thing is. Tim
True.
Robinson comes up with a premise and starts into it, and then halfway through, everything shifts and it turns into something completely different. And sometimes that happens 5 times within a sketch. And by the time the sketch ends, you're like, I don't even remember where this started. Because he just keeps changing.
Nice.
It's great. It's very unique.
Yeah, my only issue with this season specifically is that, and Netflix is freaking trash. I'm about to cancel my Netflix subscription because they are garbage.
Yeah.
Like I played the show for the first time. I never even had a glimpse to the show, and I click on play, and it just plays me the third season all together, like
I
as the first season.
for the life of me, I do not know why. It
Why did they
starts with
do that?
season 3, and when I first started watching it, it showed me season 2 first, and that was before season.
Yeah.
I was like, it doesn't make sense.
Yes, and
That's
I got
weird.
all throughout the first season, third season, which I thought it was the first one, but I was so fucking lost because I was like, "Oh, what?
Yeah.
What is going on?"
It-
Okay,
what's nice is there isn't a lot of carryover. There's no carryover between seasons, but there is carryover within the season.
the
Like
season
there are a couple
exactly.
things that happen in the first couple episodes that they'll make callbacks to at the end of the
Mhm.
season,
Yeah,
Nice.
but nothing carries over between seasons. So it doesn't really matter which order you watch the seasons in. But like, why would you do that?
Yeah.
and it does happen that sometimes he takes the joke too far,
Yeah, sometimes it
and
takes it a little too far, a little
and
too long.
yeah, too long. Too far is not, because when he really takes it too far, like there's a couple of jokes. I don't remember if season 3 or season 2 where the joke is really really dark. You're like, okay, he went there. Like he actually went there, and no one.
Hmm.
That's the thing that he can get away with a lot of stuff because he looks like he's a little bit woke. He's not woke, but he's a liberal. A little bit of a liberal.
Yeah, no,
Will
he's
he will make the
but
Mhm.
but he doesn't make the comedy about the politics,
Yeah,
right? Like,
that's
yeah,
the thing.
you can tell he's a leftist. That's fine.
Yeah,
He's
but that's
funny.
fine.
I don't care.
Yeah, to be
Yeah.
a New York, to be honest, to be a New York comedian nowadays and not suck donkey balls is
Yeah.
a really a good achievement. This guy's funny. The thing, like I said, it goes too long, not too far, but too long, and then when he gets to that long part, it's like, okay, I don't know what to do with the ending. He just
Yeah.
ends with the joke, and it's like, okay, I wasted my time. It could have been so great. The joke could have been so great. There are a couple of jokes where they take like most of the episode, and you're like, okay, it's going to be awesome. I'm waiting for the finale, and then the joke is
Yeah.
like completely not like you said, something that has nothing to do with the entire freaking sketch. And you're like,
Yes.
okay, this was the punchline.
Sometimes the
That was
joke is that he doesn't cut, that he doesn't end the scene, and he just keeps going, and you're like, oh, yeah, it's funny, like every once in a while, but sometimes it does it a little too much. That's definitely true.
what he does great is this thing that when he gets like really like exalted, that could be the word for it.
Excited, like
Too excited, like
yeah,
screaming and saying
excitable.
excitable. Yeah, it's like he's really funny when he gets like really really red and angry and starts screaming out of
Yeah, he's
nowhere.
got his
That's
voice.
yeah, that's the funniest part where he starts doing that out of nowhere. Is he the guy that voices Roger
I
from
have no idea.
American Dad?
I have no
It
idea.
kind of sounds like him, and I've heard him reference in that show. That's why I kind of know who this guy is, because they say that guy is funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's doing a sketch, and they say that he's funny.
If I'm comparing the 3 seasons, season 2 is definitely the best.
Really,
It's the strongest of the 3, and I don't know if season 1 or 3 is better.
I hate that Netflix showed me, because I don't remember if I even watched season 2. I don't remember if I watched season 3 first, and then I said, okay, I'm going to start by the beginning, and then I watched season 1, and then I didn't watch the season 2. But
Yeah,
yeah,
if you want to just dip your toes in, and again, it's hard because they're out of order to find, and they're not numbered either. The episodes aren't freaking numbered,
Oh, that's annoying.
yeah,
and so
I don't
you don't know when's the start. Yeah, it's horrible.
You don't
I
know
don't know why
which
you do it.
season
I
are
don't know
you.
why you would do this, Netflix. Okay,
Yeah, I don't know
make
which
it
season
easy
it
to
is.
consume your content. But in season 3, if you want like newer stuff, the 4th episode was the strongest. It's genuinely funny. Like the first sketch is like the talking about the different friend groups.
Mm-hmm.
Like the joke is like they're talking like, oh, our friend Kathy, she's sick. I wouldn't want to be here today. And then Tim Robinson interjects and says, yeah, I wouldn't want to be Kathy. I would want to be Mark. And you're like, what? It's like, what do you mean? Yeah, because Mark has a lot of friends. He's got a good friend group. Like all of his friends, they're like solid friends. I'd want to be Mark, not Kathy. And you're like, what is this? And then, like Tim Robinson does, it just shifts into this not where you thought it was going. And the joke is that like Tim, don't you have any friends? He's like, yeah, I have 200 friends. I have 200 friends. But I got to pay my subscription. And last time I went to a party, I was uncouth, and so they made me pay more money. So I'm at a lower friendship tier now. So I got to pay more for my friend. And it's like bizarre. It's ridiculous.
Yeah,
But that
it
episode,
starts. That
that
season
episode's
starts really
fantastic.
good. It gets a little bit boring by the end. I don't like the ending of that season.
The matching shirts.
Yeah,
I loved
the
it.
shirt. Oh no, the
Well,
shirt guy was
that one has
funny.
the proposal park, and then it ends with two guys end up with matching shirts, and
Yeah,
I don't want to.
the proposal one was the best. That was the best episode of the season. The third season. With
Yeah,
the shirt guys. Yeah.
it was a great sketch.
Yeah, and there's that guy that black guy. He's really fun. He's really funny.
He's in a couple other set sketches that are really
Yeah.
funny.
Uh-huh.
But
Oh, that was my favorite with that guy, and yeah, that's basically it.
yeah. So if episode 4 of season 3 is a good place to start if you don't want to commit to the whole thing. It's not a big commitment anyway. There's 6 episodes per season, and they're like 20 minutes long.
Yeah.
So like you
And
could watch all of it in a day.
you can
one
just literally be doing laundry or something boring, and then you're like, okay, I'm just going to watch something that I don't have to put the most like undivided attention to it. It's just like something to chill, nothing too
But
complex.
my favorite episode is the first episode of season 2.
Let me see what that is.
It's
They're not in
the hot
order,
dog. It's the
right?
hot dog sketch.
Oh, the hot dog. Yeah,
Well, okay, there's two.
There's
There's a different hot dog sketch too. So it's not the car. It's not the hot dog car. It's him. It's you can't skip lunch.
swallowing the.
Yeah, it's
Mhm.
genius. It's so genius.
Mhm.
It. I show that to everyone, and I laugh every time I see it, and I've seen it hundreds of times, and I can't stop laughing at that hot dog sketch.
I was gonna say that I think that season 2, the problem with season 2 is like it starts really good, and it gets a little bit bad because that's the first episode of season 2. Uh, and that's like the best episode of probably not no it's not the best episode of the show. I really think that season 3 is really good. I think that the thing with season 3 is that it doesn't start that good. The first episode was like lackluster. I didn't get most of the jokes. But then it starts getting better, and then when you get to the climax, to the peak in the season, it's really good. Season 2 starts really good, and then it gets a little bit boring by the end. With I don't know, the ending episode with the office sketches, and it was just a little bit boring.
The last
And
episode,
season 1 was just like hit or miss. Season 1 was hit or miss completely.
It is, yeah.
Mhm. But yeah, it was a fun watch overall. It is not boring at all. It's just that sometimes the joke is so weird or so out of context, or he tries to make the Chamalayan twist so
Yeah.
badly that it doesn't land, but it still is a cool twist. It's still a cool twist.
Sam Richardson is the black guy you're talking about who does the Proposal Park, and he's
Mhm.
also in the first episode of season 2 doing the little buff boys competition.
Oh, that was so
It's
weird.
good.
Yeah,
It's
so
good though.
weird. Yeah, I was like,
The little
what
buff
is?
boys,
Yeah,
little buff boy.
yeah. It
It's like
reminded
it's like a beauty contest, but for little buff boys. Like it's bad.
like
It's really bad.
it's kids, but they're using like the suits that
Bodysuits,
people,
yeah.
yeah, bodysuits that people use to look buff.
It's
So
funny.
everyone is like, what are we even judging here? Like, and the presenter is like, just go with it. They're just trying to look cool, something like that. It's funny. It's funny. Yeah, but um,
I also really like the hot dog sketch from season 1, though. Not the one that's my favorite, but the hot dog
the
shaped car.
oh my god, yeah,
There's a hot dog car crashes into a building, and people are like, "What the crap? Who was driving this hot
it
dog
was
car? He almost killed us." And then it pans over to Tim Robinson, and he's wearing a hot dog suit, and he's like, "Who could have been driving the car?" It's
That's
great.
funny.
It's great.
yeah, it's
Well,
it's it's it was a store. They sell clothing,
Yeah, it's a clothing store.
store, and he said like, okay, I hope you find who did this. I'm going out. And then he's like, okay, I did it. I'm just going to grab a bunch of suits to steal them. You know, he was going to steal a bunch of suits, and then he was going to go on his way.
Yeah, it's
And he
great.
did. Yeah, it was funny.
so I look
Oh,
forward to
you know what was hilarious too? Season 2 first episode is like one of the best as well.
Yeah,
The
that's what
one
I'm
with the
saying.
dead bodies falling out of the coffins.
The coffins. Yeah.
That was so bizarre. I was like, no way
Coffins.
you actually did that. Like,
Episode
so
1 of
funny.
season 2 has also got the mall prank show with the old man, whatever Jenkins or whatever, the cranky old man who pranks
Mhm.
people at the mall,
Oh,
but his
yeah.
prosthetics are like too thick and he can't breathe. Yeah, it's great. And it ends with the ghost tour. The but you said we could swear. It's wonderful. It's so great.
It's a really good show.
Yeah, it's totally hilarious. It's a little bit vulgar. There's lots of swear words, but it is funny as heck.
Oh yeah, the swear words were part of the fun, to be honest. I mean, I'm a sucker for swear words. I love using swear words, you know that. But yeah, I didn't feel like he overused them. I think that he used them in the right way, just to be fun, you know, not to use them in the meaning or
I feel like
overuse them or.
I feel like a lot of people fall on swear words to make it funny when
Mhm.
Yeah,
they don't let the comedy speak for itself.
Yeah, no,
And
this guy is
Yeah.
way funnier, like his reactions and the way he acts,
yeah,
and the
cool.
idea in itself, and the swear words are just like,
Yeah,
cherry
they
on top of the
amplify it.
ice cream. Yeah.
Oh, the sketch with Bob Odenkirk in season 2
Oh, that was great. That was great.
is
That was one of the
probably
funniest.
the,
Yeah.
the sketch with Bob Odenkirk in season 2 is probably the
The funniest.
smartest thing
yeah.
I've ever watched. It is so clever.
Mhm.
I like when it started. I was like, "What's the joke?" And they're like, "Oh, wait, this is brilliant! It's
Yeah.
so good."
And it's such a simple like throw.
No, and I have doubles. I have
What's
and I
a
have
Spanish
doubles, and I
swear
have
word?
triples of the cars, and the ice cream shop is closed because because the other things won't be true if the like, it's so good.
Yeah. That was my favorite one from season 2. I think I was like, okay, this took me out of nowhere. I was not expecting to see, first of all, Bob Odenkirk in such a joke.
But
Like,
he literally comes out of nowhere. He's
Mhm.
just sitting behind him, and just like he's not even in frame too. Like you just see him peering over, over
the child,
the
yeah.
booth, talking to Tim Robinson. He's
Mhm.
barely in the episode.
What's a Spanish
No.
swear word? I mean, there are a lot of Spanish swear
Oh, I
words.
know a lot of them too.
A
Yeah.
lot of those, yeah. I mean, I could think of the main one that you should know because like that's the one where you build most of the swear words, but I don't remember which was.
What you need to know, Mark Clark, is you can just put tu madre at the
Oh
end
yeah,
of literally any phrase you want, and it becomes insulting. If you say anything about someone's mom, um,
yeah,
it's bad.
I think it's
yeah. I
fun
don't know
to
why, but
intentionally mispronounce Spanish swear words and pronounce them like a gringo.
Spanish square
That's fun
words.
too.
like pendejo.
Pendeco.
Yeah, pendejo's probably like my favorite
Yeah.
swear word.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I in the south we really use a lot of verga, but that's like a lot of in South America. That's also really helpful because they use verga a lot for like everything. We use that word for basically anything. It's like, yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. So watch Tim Robinson. It's hilarious. Um, that's all I've been reading. Been doing a bunch of reading, and I watched a Netflix movie that was really good. Um,
Mhm.
dragged across concrete.
Hmm.
It's
Never heard of it.
no,
Yeah, me neither. Sounds
it's
interesting
Mel
though.
Gibson and
Mhm.
Mel Gibson and Vince Vaughn as cop partners. It's not a
Huh.
comedy; it's a drama.
Whoa.
Um, the only problem is, as a Christian boy, I got to warn you, the opening scene is explicit. There's a sex scene at the beginning of the movie. It's completely unnecessary. Doesn't add anything to the film, and the rest of the movie's great. But if you like that, then more power to you. But if you're a Christian like me, just close your eyes for the first 2 minutes of the movie
Hmm.
because it's a guy who just got out of prison and he's doing
Banging.
what you'd want to do when you get out of prison, and then
I
the
wouldn't.
movie
Yeah,
starts.
I don't know. I don't know if I would want to do that after getting out of prison. For they say that they do some things in prison that to your booty that you don't want to be. You don't want to be thinking about female. She's.
Yeah, we
You hear
heard
my wife
Martina laughing
laughing
there.
from the other
Yeah, we heard her.
room.
We heard her laughing.
Oh my
No,
god! Yeah.
dragged across concrete. If you just fast forward
Huh.
through the opening scene, it is like the most conservative movie I've ever watched. It is incredible. It's super good. Incredibly based. They're constantly calling out stupid cancel culture, and it is a very, very well made movie. And I really like Mel Gibson as an actor. I think he's fantastic.
Nice.
He's really good. He
Looks
doesn't
like it's
like
on
Jews.
Netflix.
He doesn't like
It's on
Jews though.
Netflix.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's bad.
Okay.
I don't know why he doesn't like Jews though.
I don't agree with
Yeah.
him on everything political,
Hmm.
but that's like all of Hollywood. Okay.
But he's a little bit reformed, right? He's not
Yeah.
like anymore saying things about the Jews, and
Well,
he's a little
yeah.
bit way more based, right?
Okay. He was drunk when he was doing it. Doesn't excuse it. Said horrible things.
Yeah,
But Mel Gibson was also one of the first to talk about the gross stuff in Hollywood.
yeah. Come out
He warned
against
about
the
the
sexualization.
pedos.
Yeah,
Yeah.
He said it's all corrupt and all the studios have the blood of children on their hands, which is astonishingly accurate.
wait, he said that like word for word, or
I could look up the quote. Yeah.
yeah, because I am interested in that. If he said that. Wait a second. I'm running out of juice here. I mean, literally, I'm running out of power. Is this good? Oh yeah, I forgot about the freaking song? Oh, don't tell me the fucking phone. Oh no, my bad, my bad, my bad, my bad, my bad.
Phone die.
Yeah, I was ordering some groceries. I needed some cat food for my cats. Yeah, I mean, if
Yep.
we could, I don't want to go outside. It's freaking late. Yeah. Yeah,
Yep.
I need to
All
get
right.
the charger. Just give me a second, like look something up on Twitter or
Sure.
whatever, and just give me a second.
All right, we
You
already
finding
burned
that
through
quote?
Twitter. Yeah, you're fine.
You find that quote from
Okay.
Mel Gibson?
Let's see. He said a lot of things, so it's hard to come up with the.
He has said a lot of things.
He, oh, I don't know where it is.
Yeah. Alrighty.
Cranberry juice. Yeah, that's all I did this week. I've been working hard on music, so I don't have a whole lot to talk about.
Yeah, not a lot happened.
And I refuse to watch the
News-wise.
Spido movie for moral reasons. What else is out there to watch? I haven't watched any more of Picard, but I will. I'll watch it for you, Mark. We'll talk about it. But we really
Yeah.
need suggestions from you guys of what
Yo,
want us
ritual
to
movie.
talk
What's
about.
that? What's that about? Ritual movie.
Oh
What?
yeah, we saw that with Bearded Jared when he was over here
What
this
movie?
week. It's called The Ritual. It's on
Oh,
Netflix.
that's
It's a
the one in
horror
the woods.
movie.
The one with the animal in the with the.
Yeah, yeah, it's pretty freaky. I don't want to say too much to spoil it, but it's basically about a group of friends that go hiking in Sweden, and they take a shortcut through the forest, and bad things happen. It was pretty good. I liked it. It was wasn't super scary, but
Always
had some
in
interesting
Sweden.
things going on there. Some interesting mythology. I think that there was a couple things I wish were more flushed out in the movie. I don't think it explained some of the things that were shown very well by the end, but it was good. It was fun.
Mark Clark watched a documentary on Jared from Subway, and that sounds like a horrible time.
Yeah, what the hell? Like, sounds god awful.
Goodness.
Don't go in the forest, yeah.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
We
Yeah.
also watched Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark. That came out a couple years ago, but that one I was expecting it to be super cheesy and dumb, but it was fun. It was very nostalgic because we
those
grew up telling
Guillermo
those.
del Toro, or
Yeah,
yeah.
but the trailers looked pretty cheesy, but really there was only one line that was kind of dumb, and the rest of it was really good and very nostalgic horror movie that wasn't super scary, but it was fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, we need to know what to cover on the show because the Invincible doesn't come out till later this year. The Wheel of Time doesn't come out till September 1st, and we got a couple months
Yeah.
of
Star
stuff.
Wars will come up with something sometime. I don't know when, if Acolyte or Ahsoka is coming out first, but
What we could do
I
if we
don't
wanted
really care
to,
anymore.
what we could do is turn it into like book club, just like pick a movie that's free on streaming, or not free because you're paying for streaming,
Yeah,
and I'll watch it the week and then just talk about it.
it's not a bad idea.
But we need suggestions from you. Figure out what to watch.
Yeah. Well, I have been watching this new
The Witcher
comedy
season 3
series.
drops on the 29th. So
Ah,
the end of this month, which I don't want to watch.
yeah. This one still does have Henry Cavill in it, right? This
Yeah.
is the last one that he's going to be in. Yeah, we should probably watch that to
I couldn't
review
bring
it on the
myself to
show.
watch
But
the Blood and Bone, whatever what it was, Blood Origin. Yeah, it just looked bad.
Yeah, I
yeah, but
don't
that
watch
didn't
that.
have Henry Cavill in it though.
My Little Pony
No.
Make Your Mark Chapter 4 drops on June 6th.
Yeah, that sounds like a
Is it
riot.
depressing enough for?
I don't. Mark says, "Oh, thank you, Mark. He doesn't hate me enough to make me watch The Witcher." Yeah, I'm
But
just
I
like,
want to watch it. I want to see how bad it is, how bad it got, to see
I
what
just
we
like.
wanted to expect. Because I really want this show to be canceled by season 4. So if season 3 is really bad, maybe we can expect that.
Did you see they're filming 4 and 5 consecutively?
Yeah,
Apparently, if they
Mm.
ever get there,
they're not. They're just saying that basically to have some ground to say, okay, we are already filming. We cannot just throw the project down the garbage because we already
Yeah,
filmed like the first part of season 5 and the first part of season 4 at the same time.
if they haven't started filming season 4, I don't think it's gonna renew.
Babylon
Maybe
5.
season 4, yes, but season 5 is not coming out at all. Like,
Yeah,
people are not gonna watch because there's not Henry Cavill, and you can put Liam. It's not even Chris Hemsworth. If it was Chris Hemsworth, okay, perhaps, but it's a second brother. Like, and no one likes Liam, literally.
Oh, the Secret Wars comes out on the 21st. Don't care.
that one's coming direct to.
Oh, Secret Invasion,
Uh,
Disney Plus.
yeah,
Yeah,
Secret Wars and Secret
directed
Invasion.
to.
I don't know
Secret
the difference between them.
Wars is
But-
going to be an Avengers movie. Secret Invasion is a TV show that looks
Gotcha.
very uninteresting.
Yeah, I saw it was dropping on Disney
Yeah,
Plus
they literally
very soon, and I was like, I didn't
they
even know that was gonna be a thing. So
the most useless and the most non-interesting characters in the whole Marvel universe, and they said, okay, let's make a movie, let's make a show about them, or a movie, or whatever this is.
Mhm.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
think they are. I don't think they're going to get away with more of that. They're going to start really, really dropping down the volume that they're doing things. And we can see this year already. They already drop a little bit the volume. Well, is one movie, two movies, uh, two Marvel movies in the whole year. No shows
um,
now. The
There's
first show is going to
the
be
Marvel
Secret
slate.
Invasion, and then we get the Marvels, which is going to destroy. If the Marvels, dude, if the Marvels doesn't destroy Marvel,
yeah,
I don't know what is going to be the final nail in the coffin, but on the
Well,
coffin.
Guardians 3 didn't make him enough money.
yeah.
Look, if you
But people is still
and I liked it.
yeah,
I liked it.
people
I
is
have
still saying
criticisms of it, but
exactly. People are still saying that they liked it, and most people, at least internationally, I will say that the idea is that the movie was pretty good internationally. Yeah, like I said, internationally it did way more money.
it did.
Yeah.
It's
So,
always
yeah.
like that, but
Where is
it's always like that. But
Yeah, I'm
Where's the
done
comparison?
watching Marvel movies in the theater. Just
yeah,
sad. It
Disney
hurts me
movies
to say
overall,
it, but
like I've been wanting to watch Little Mermaid, but then they said that Aquafina was the freaking Scuttle. And then I
Yep.
just wanted to die. And then I saw a scene of a Scuttle breathing underwater, a Scuttle breathing and talking underwater.
What?
Literally, like, okay, I
that
know
was?
that.
Ugh.
I think you were watching
That,
SpongeBob.
yeah, I know that seagulls can dive. Like, seagulls dive. Okay, that's a fact. But they
Yeah.
cannot breathe on the freaking water. They cannot talk underwater at all. That's the trailer, on one of the trailers where he's talking underwater. It's hilarious. Because they claim that they are supposedly doing these remakes to be more accurate to the reality or whatever, more realistic. And that's the whole thing with the Lion King. They're trying to make it realistic,
Yeah.
as none of the characters had any emotion. Dude, like Sebastian, like the whole movie, Sebastian has a smile, like a little smile, like emoji smile through the whole movie.
Mhm.
He doesn't emote. His eyes are crap eyes, but his smile is like a little emoji smile. Like he doesn't emote in the whole movie. He just smile.
Yeah.
Mark Lux says to watch Babylon 5, and I had started watching it,
Yep.
and I
The
really liked
the
it. It
show
was really
based on
good.
the movie, right?
There was a movie that launched the show, or it was like kind of made for TV movie.
Or Firefly is the show, right?
That's Serenity
Yeah.
and Firefly. Yeah.
Uh,
Babylon 5 is kind of similar to Star Trek. Is a sci-fi. I watched the first couple episodes. I watched like the movie. And I did really like it. And I think I stopped because I wanted to like review it, and I
Mhm.
just didn't have time to make the video, so I didn't want to get like too far ahead, and I kind of forgot about
Mhm.
it. Never came back. But yeah, Babylon 5 is really good. If you want to talk
Gotta watch
numbers though, Guardians 3. So this is compared to the other two films. So
Mhm.
it made more than Guardians 1
Two. Oh, one.
and less than Guardians 2.
Yeah.
The problem is it
That's
had
weird.
the biggest budget. So you can see like it's gonna fall like right in there.
And
right?
Guardians 2 was before COVID, so
Right.
Yeah.
that's
It,
different. That's
it,
different amount of money.
yeah, it's done making money. Okay. So, almost 800,000. It's not
Yeah.
Oh,
bad.
you're right. It's not making money. It's not gonna make any more money. There's no way this makes the. It's only
The
made
problem is
700.
these budgets have been ballooned out. They're more
Mhm.
expensive than ever.
Yeah.
The first one was like 150
It's
150 million.
it's BS that it's just 250. That it has to be at least 400, at least, and that's
Well,
without.
and this one had significant, like reshoots
Yeah,
and stuff like that. But um
still, it has to be at least 400. And
so
they already made the money back, but
they did make money. Yeah. So they needed to make minimum 500,000. The problem is they wanted this to perform like an Avengers movie, which is in the billions, and they didn't get there. Like,
okay,
Yeah.
true. That
they I don't know. It depends on how much they spent on advertising. If they spent more than $300,000 in advertising, they didn't make money. It's close.
they did a lot
I
of
bet they made
advertising.
a bit of money, but not nearly enough. Not nearly enough as much as they needed.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did
And this
break
was a
even.
relatively good movie.
Yeah. Compared to anything else, yes.
So I don't know if there's any hope for Marvel in the future. Like you said, there's the Secret Invasion TV show dropping this month. The Loki season 2 drops in October, I think.
What I think about Aquafina?
The Marvels
She's
movie in November.
freaking talentless. She's annoying.
Oh,
She's
Aquafina. Yeah.
shrill.
Her voice is so grating. I cannot stand
I
her
want
voice.
to die whenever she talks. I literally want to cease to exist.
The only movie that I thought she was tolerable in that I saw was
Shang-Chi.
Shang-Chi. Yeah.
Yeah,
She
exactly.
was somewhat likable
Because
in that film.
she was not doing she was not screaming like
Yeah.
a freaking crow. She was
Yeah.
she was actually speaking like a human.
Exactly.
Because they say, okay, you are the romantic interest of Shang-Chi, even though you're hideous
Yeah.
and
I
annoying.
think
And they
I
say,
think
okay,
she
you
had
had to dial
tone it
back.
down a little bit.
Yeah, you
be
had to dial back with
realistic.
the annoying. Yeah.
Like looking
100%.
through this slate, the only thing that people are going to want to see is Deadpool 3, and we're now getting reports that Ryan Reynolds isn't allowed to improvise on set because of the writers' strike.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, do you
Yep.
trust Disney making a Deadpool movie? I don't know. And then, I mean, the only other one, I mean, Fantastic Four, until they announce the cast, like, and you know what the cast is going to look like, right?
Like
We
a
already know
Netflix
what the
adaptation.
Fantastic Four cast is going to look like, and no one's going to watch it. And no one. And the next Avengers movie is the Kang Dynasty. No one cares about Kang.
Yeah, and isn't this guy already in jail or in
Recast,
process?
probably.
Yeah, process
Yeah.
of being in jail.
It's gonna be.
Wouldn't it be funny that they just
confusing.
go for another black guy that looks the same?
The rest are these are all TV shows. These are all
Well,
TV shows.
They did
Like,
that before with Rhodey in Iron
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah, but
But
that was before. Well, I mean,
yeah,
they can
these are-
still do it again.
These are all TV shows. There's Daredevil Born Again, don't care. Agatha TV show, don't care.
Oh,
Ironheart.
got
Is
that
Ironheart a movie or a TV show? TV show, don't care about Ironheart. Deadpool 3 could be good. Don't trust Disney
Yeah.
doing it. Blade, not excited for that.
No, Blade. That
Yeah.
was the only one because the
Thunderbolts.
actor that has 3 names because he is Muslim.
Mahershala Ali.
Yeah, and I don't know the Muhammad Ali looking mother lover.
Mahershala, yeah.
Yeah, that guy. He's saying that he doesn't want the script to be written, and he wants the movie to be C rating C. And yeah, and he rejected a lot of scripts already, saying that they were not good enough for the character. That's at least. I mean that at least he's taking care. I mean he cares about the character because as a black male, I would guess seeing Blade as basically the only black superhero of that era was probably pretty impactful. And I mean, not
Yeah.
even for black people, for everyone that watched, every kid that watched Blade wanted to be Blade.
Blade 2 's
Everyone
great.
wanted everyone was watching, was wearing the black trench coats, and even though it was 100 degrees out, everyone with the black trench coat and the black gloves and trying to look like Blade. I don't know.
The Thunderbolts. I don't know if that's a TV show or a movie, and I don't
TV
care.
show, but it
TV
sounds awful. Everything sounds awful. Like, can we agree that everything you mentioned right now, it just sounds awful?
The Captain America movie without Captain America in it, and they chose the title New World Order, which is kind of on the nose. An Echo TV show, the Marvels movie. Yeah, there's no movies coming out.
Yep, they want to.
It's the Marvels at the end of the year, and then Captain America May of 2024.
Mm-hmm. That's if it doesn't get like pushed because of maybe they want to release it on summer. I would release it on summer. Like, why aren't you releasing that movie in summer? Makes no sense.
I have no idea.
Why aren't they releasing any movies in summer? Like, this is summer. Like, we are already almost
because the
in
Marvels
summer.
wasn't ready. They had to do a 5th reshoot.
Yeah, it was supposed to drop in July, right, or in August.
They moved the
late
release
July
date for the Marvels about 20
into
times.
December, right? Like, it's going to come out
In
during
November.
the time that Aquaman, like
November.
Aquaman is going to
The
kill
current
that.
date is November. It probably gets pushed back again.
Yeah,
I-
probably going to get to December. I bet you.
Anyway,
Yep.
yeah, that's the sad state of Marvel.
Mhm.
So
It's good for us. Good for content.
yeah, that's all. That's all I had to talk about. Other than we
Mhm.
need to decide what we're going to watch next week. Unless it's Discworld, it might be Discworld. Talking about books again, and the regular cast can take a break. So,
All right.
I mean, I always
Um,
love to come, but I don't read, and you're not gonna make me read at all.
where can you watch Babylon 5 right now? Because is it still on Max? Probably not.
I can watch it on every. I have access to certain non-legal methods. Let's just say.
Well, do not
Well-
disclose them on the stream.
Legal in my country, but
I was watching it
Yeah,
on
yeah.
HBO Max. I don't think it's there anymore. So
I'm going to look for it in HBO Max too. I hope it's there. If
Yeah, that's
not,
the
I have.
problem is
I have all
hunting
the-
down a lot of these shows. They keep changing where they're hosting and whatever.
yeah, it's not on
I-
HBO anymore.
A while ago, I wanted to watch
Is
Battlestar
it on Peacock?
Galactica, and
Battlestar
the
the Paramount, right?
show. I could watch the show, but the movie that kicked off the show was not available anywhere for free that I
Yeah.
could watch.
I
So
haven't find. I want to watch Battlestar Galactica ever since I started
yeah,
watching The Office, and this guy Dwayne always talking about Battlestar Galactica. Gotta
yeah,
watch the shit. But I cannot find it. The movie, I can find it, and I don't want to start watching the show. Like it's too
yeah,
long. It's too long. Like come on.
yep.
Well, y'all should watch Drag Across Concrete and tell me how awesome it is.
Oh, we gotta watch one of those movies though. Like either
Yeah, we
the
did. We
Mermaid.
recommended enough movies. Let's just
No,
watch
no, no,
one of the
no. I
movies that
mean
we.
one
Okay.
of the current movies. Like something new dropping. I don't know.
There's nothing good new dropping. That's the problem.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be good, bro. It doesn't have to be good.
Is Transformers out or X? We could go all watch Fast X. I haven't watched the last three.
Oh, we gotta watch. They
I have
say
only watched the
they
first.
say I only watch the memes, and they say the memes, and the memes are pretty good.
But I've heard.
Yeah.
Like the son of Vin Diesel. I don't know if you remember, but the son of Vin Diesel was white like for 2 movies, and now he's black.
Transformers drops this week, and I don't think I've seen the last three of those either.
Yeah, but
Yep.
the thing is cool is that they made them primal Transformers like in the show, like in the '90s show.
Yeah,
So
the
that's
Beast
pretty
Wars or
awesome.
whatever.
That's pretty awesome. Yeah, yeah.
It is pretty awesome.
Where is
And
Cocaine Bear?
they
Is
do
Cocaine
look
Bear on?
they do look
Peacock?
awesome, and the effects look good. And it's a Transformer movies. Like it's not the smartest. Like Cocaine Bear. Do you want us to talk about Cocaine Bear?
I've heard it was horrible. Why would you make us watch that movie?
I heard it was not even funny, like funny bad. If you want me to talk about
No.
Winnie the Pooh, I'm up for that. Like that movie is hilarious. Like that movie is so awesome. Or the Transformer one is non-binary. Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, I saw
Yeah.
that.
Oh,
Well, I'm okay
here
with
we
watching
go.
the.
Get the
You got
Gringo
one?
is free on Peacock right now. That's one of the best Mel Gibson movies ever.
Okay.
Ah, the Gringo one.
Get the Gringo.
That's funny. That's funny. That's funny.
It's good.
Funny.
It's like Maverick but rated R.
Yeah, and
Oh.
everyone in
It's
Mexico
like
loved that movie. I don't know why. Like, yeah. I don't know why. It's kind of hilarious because it's like a Mexican spoof, like one of those Mexican movies, but it's pretty accurate, at least regarding
the prison.
the prison.
Yeah.
Yeah, in the north, and we just like in this very same year we had a movie which was a real movie about what really happens in prison. So everyone was like in that kind of mood. So when we saw the catch the gringo or whatever, it was pretty close to home. Let's just say that.
Mm. Yeah. Get the Gringo. I don't know. It feels like Maverick. He's narrating the whole time too, so it's like a
Yeah.
modern day Maverick with swear words.
Yeah. Did you ever
Okay.
like plan or thought about making like have you seen like Best of the Worst? Obviously not making Best of the Worst, but watching a movie like on stream or obviously
I'm,
not showing the picture, but saying, okay, everyone, just find your copy of whatever and recording that to make content.
Yeah, that's difficult.
That's
Yeah,
hard
that's
it's
hard
hard
to
to do.
do.
It's
Hard
easy
to
to do
pull
on
off.
Twitch. It's hard to do on YouTube.
Yeah.
Not even anymore because they changed the DMCA
Mhm.
rules, so you cannot even stream like you cannot stream movies or part of movies. You cannot longer do
Yeah,
karaoke and things like that.
even
There's a
just
lot of
running
things that
the
you can do.
audio for the movies, you can't do that. So
Yeah, that's why people are choosing Kick, but that's not even good. Like that good
yeah.
still.
Yeah. Well,
I
well, what?
recommend I watch bad movies, and we just watch them. Like Meet the Gringo was a pretty fun movie. Not a bad
I
movie, but pretty
it's good.
yeah.
Get the Gringo.
Or we can watch like that kind of movies, gringo Mexican movies like Casa de mi Padre
Oh,
and
I
the
forgot about that one.
and that I haven't watched that one, but
Wow, that's on Hulu right now.
mhm.
Oh, we gotta
In
watch Casa de
Mexico,
Mi
in Mexico, we
Padre.
got that for free in Netflix, so that's an advantage, I
Okay,
guess.
all right, yeah. Next week, if it's not Discworld, you might have 2 weeks. Get the Gringo and Casa de Mi Padre. So we've got like an action funny one and just a Will Ferrell
And I
movie
can watch the Three Amigos, the one
Okay,
with
and the Three Amigos. It'll
Kevin Chase
next week will be
and
that's
Mexican week.
good.
Okay, where I wonder if Three Amigos is streaming anywhere.
it's
Yeah,
gotta
Because you
be.
haven't seen the Three Amigos, right?
I haven't seen the Three Amigos at all.
It
Oh,
is
it's
so good.
I
it's
was just
hilarious.
watching like Chevy Chase movies, and I saw that was one of them.
That's on Hulu. No, it's
Yep,
premium. It's not on Hulu.
bummer.
It's
Well,
on,
it
oh
might be
wait.
different from Mexico, but
It's on Max. It's on Max. Everybody.
Nice,
nice.
nice, nice,
Okay,
nice. Yeah, but we do get that in Mexico. Even though.
Wow. Okay.
okay.
All right. I'll let you guys know as soon as I've scheduled the Discworld stream, if they wanted to do it on Sunday, or if I'll let you guys know as soon as you can. But it might be Discworld, it might be Mexican week, but that'll
Yeah.
be the next 2 weeks probably.
Yeah, that's fine. If
Good.
if it's not the next week, it can be the in 15 days. That'd be good.
But
Fun Mexican movies.
come with suggestions to watch for the next show. Or we can just pick, like, the last 2 episodes have been us just recommending movies. We can pick something from there and
Yeah.
just watch
Okay.
good stuff
Yeah.
and book club it.
That's only if there's not like anything coming out like
Yeah.
within the meta or trending.
It's a good idea.
Hmm.
I mean, the only good movies I'm looking forward to are Mission Impossible, Oppenheimer, and what was the other one?
Dune Part 2.
Dune Part 2. When does that come out? June 2, like Christmas, right?
I think so, or maybe November.
It's not soon. November.
Yep, November 3rd. Yeah.
How to create a sex scandal. I don't know if my wife will let me watch that one. I've never heard of it. Is it
I never
sexy?
heard of it. Is it like
Yep.
Scandal or like the version on Pornhub?
It's a documentary series.
Oh, what?
What was the
Nice.
okay, because it was Tom Cruise has been calling studios to get them to give up their screens for his movie. Studios, Mission Impossible. It was
July?
2 movies.
Hmm.
He was concerned. It was Oppenheimer and one other movie. Barbie. No,
Oh,
excited
yeah.
for that one.
I don't know.
Oh,
what to think about
dude,
that one.
Oppenheimer,
So, wait,
Barbie. That's
news
a
article.
pretty freaking combo.
There were a bunch of news articles that came out this week. I don't know if it's real. I think it might be lies, saying that Tom Cruise was going around calling studios, trying to get them to give up their screens at theaters for Mission Impossible because he was afraid that Oppenheimer and Barbie were going to take up too many screens.
July.
That doesn't sound like Tom Cruise to me. And also, if there are only 3 good movies this year, people are going to go see all 3 of them. I
Yeah.
doubt Barbie's going to be one of those movies.
No way. Like people are just going to, like a few curious minds are going to go into the theater watching Barbie just to see what the hell is going on in the brain of Greta Gerwig. But the most of them was going to watch Oppenheimer and then Mission Impossible.
It felt like a coordinated attack, though, like trying to like bring Tom Cruise down. I was like,
It is. It
there
is
are
definitely.
no direct quotes. It's just like a rumor that Tom Cruise has been going around calling studios. I'm like,
Weird.
Yeah,
why?
it is definitely a shot at
Because they
his
want him to
image,
cut. They want him to cut the runtime down.
and they
But then
know. Yeah,
Oppenheimer is over 3 hours long. So
Huh.
I think it's all
nobody
made up.
knows.
I think it's just a
Like,
smear.
yeah, and
Nothing makes sense.
people don't know about Oppenheimer. People might know about Barbie. That's for sure. People know about Barbie, but they definitely know about Mission Impossible. That's like I ask every friend, and they're like, okay, Mission Impossible. I want to definitely watch that one because of the trailer, not the trailer because of the shooting of the scene,
The stunt,
the
the
stunt, yeah,
motorcycle stunt.
the
Yeah,
most the biggest stunt ever,
that
yeah,
was insane.
that was insane, and everyone was like, "What the hell? I need to watch this movie."
Yeah, I
That's
need to
that,
catch up on. I don't think I've seen. I know I've seen the
yeah.
first 3 Mission Impossibles, but I don't think I've seen anything past that.
You got to watch the
I
one
don't
with
even
Henry
care. I
Cavill
don't
in it,
need.
man.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah,
even
I need to
care.
catch
I
up, and I
don't.
need to make my wife watch them. In
They're really
preparation
good.
for
They're
this.
really good.
Yeah,
I don't
they
even
are.
care.
They're
I know they're
consistently
going to
good
be
too.
good.
Henry
Yeah.
Cavill's in the last one, and he cocks his arms.
Ah,
He goes like this.
He reloads.
Like
He
he
reloads his
reloads
arms.
his arms to do a punch. It's awesome.
It's freaking awesome. And that was like a move that he invented. Like he was like, okay, it would look cool if I just
Yep.
reload
Yeah.
my arms.
Well, he said he would do it to warm up, and they saw him and they're like, what is that?" They're like, "Oh, I just warming up." And he's like, no, but that looks awesome. Do it in the scene. And so he's like, okay. So he punches him, and he like reloads his arms, and then like, oh, it's so good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So good.
Although I think he's not going to be in this movie. I don't know.
No, he's
Yeah, he died in the last
yeah.
one, right?
He doesn't.
Come on.
He
So
doesn't
bad.
make it to the end of the last one.
Oh, well, spoilers. La 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 la.
Anyway,
I mean, it doesn't
Well-
matter because we you know that it's not going to be in the next movie, so
That-
probably.
Well, that doesn't mean anything though, because someone could be wearing his face in this next one.
that's true.
He could be in it without being in it. You know.
It is Mission Impossible, right? Like,
Yeah.
there has to be
Yeah.
a little bit of impossible there. Mhm.
And I'm
Exactly.
excited. I mean, it's probably going to end on a cliffhanger, but like that going into it, it's a 2-parter movie.
And there's the
I'm
ending.
kind of
it's the
excited
ending-
to see
Yeah.
Tom Cruise do a 2-parter. I
Yeah.
don't know. I don't know what to expect from a Mission Impossible movie like that.
And it's the ending of one of the biggest franchises ever. No doubt about it. Like everyone will always remember Mission Impossible. Any generation has heard of Mission Impossible one way or the
Yeah.
other. Maybe the Zoomers not, but these movies seem like they're going to at least try to um, generate way more audiences and to appeal to the younger audiences, probably.
Meanwhile, Phoebe Waller-Bridge managed to make everyone forget about James Bond.
When is that even? When
And
is the
now
movie?
Indiana Jones.
The Indiana Jones one was coming out.
No, James Bond though. She was brought in to
Yeah,
to
I
fix
know.
James Bond, and she killed him.
I know. I hate that movie with her.
She
I
dropped a
hate that.
bomb on him.
I hate her in everything she has done ever. I don't know why she is famous. I have no freaking idea.
Yeah.
But she's going to ruin
The Dial of
my
Destiny
favorite superhero
drops
ever.
at the
yeah.
end of this month. So
Oh, okay.
We definitely need to talk about that
The
because
30th.
it's Indiana Jones. It's like if Han Solo
Yeah.
had a movie with that girl whose name I don't remember because she's so forgettable.
I've heard the spoilers. They sound worse than the ending to the Little Mermaid remake.
Oh, with the
Uh.
with Ariel.
With Ariel driving the boat. Remember how that turned out to be true?
Oh no!
So the rumors are, and these come from the same people who
we're right. Yeah.
who leaked Rise of Skywalker things that were 100% correct is that they at the end of the movie they use the dial of destiny to go back in time, and Harrison Ford wants to stay there because he's a deadbeat loser in his current time and he has nothing to live for. They kill off his son in Vietnam, and
Of course, off screen.
and
probably,
he's
yeah.
and remember how we got married at the end of the fourth movie?
The fourth
Uh-huh.
one, yeah.
He's divorced and a loser in this one.
gosh.
And so he wants to stay in the past, and Phoebe Waller-Bridge, to save the world, knocks him out and takes him back home to the future.
Wow.
The entire movie is about Phoebe Waller-Bridge.
That
Phoebe
sounds pretty
Waller-Bridge.
awful.
I hate Phoebe Waller-Bridge more than Aquafina just
Absolutely.
because
She's ruined more things.
I have seen way more of her, of Phyllis Seymour
Yeah.
Hoffman or whatever.
Aquafina
the
is
actor's
a very
name is.
recent.
Aquafina,
series, I guess.
Aquafina is just bad in things. Phoebe Waller-Bridge is actively ruining things.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
and she's
true.
producing bad things. Like she produced this movie, The Dial of Destiny. Like, she's one of the producers.
She's writing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's writing it as well. My God, what is wrong with this?
She's
fucking
solely
world?
responsible for ruining the last the James Bond movie too. That was her. They brought her in to spice up the script and to modernize it.
Yeah, I'm trying to look up if there's anything I actually liked her in.
And Aquafina, like we said, Shanji was not that
Oh,
bad.
she also ruined Solo. She's the one that came in to fix that one too.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Okay, she was okay in Broadchurch. I think that's the only thing she's
What is
done.
that?
It's a British show. The first 2 seasons were pretty good. The third one kind of was different. It's pretty heavy show, but that one was pretty good. But looking at her resume, I don't think there's anything else that I've enjoyed from
She's
her.
horrible.
Yeah, she
So-
sounds like she sucks
Yeah.
balls.
Anyway, well, that's all I have to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
Should we see you guys next week?
Yeah.
Okay. Sounds
Unless
good.
you talk about books.
Oh, she was the robot voice. She was the lesbian robot that Lando Calrissian is banging, and so
Oh my God.
Yeah.
and she wrote that too. She was writing for it.
Yep. Fun stuff.
I don't like depressing movies. I like comedies, or movies that are so bad that it is funny how depressing they are.
Yeah.
Yep. All right.
Well, we'll see you guys next week. That's all I've got to say about that.
Mm-hmm.
Bye.
Oh, I can
Right.
show you music next week. I need to
Next week.
prepare it
Bring some
because I need
music.
to find it. Yeah, I need to find it.
Okay. We'll see you guys next week.
Take care of yourselves. Have a nice week.
I'm gonna go to bed.
Yeah. Yeah, me too.
And now it is time to say goodbye.
We had a great conversation.
It's been fun. But all good things must come to an end, and the goodest ending I can think of is...
Right now, this moment, this night.
So I guess we just say goodbye.
So, goodbye.
Toodaloo. Au revoir. Auf Wiedersehen. Ciao. Ding dao day. But come back next week for more outrageous bloopers.
This is the end.
Well, there's only one thing left to do.
I'm gonna go home and sleep with my wife.